What's good, YouTube? Welcome to VJ Basketball Takes, and today we're gonna be talking about the first day of free agency signings. Now, I'm gonna be discussing these signings by teams and who the teams signed and how I feel about what they did and if I feel like they did it good or they did it bad, basically. Now, the first thing we're talking about is the LA Lakers. And the Lakers, they signed Trevor Ariza, Kent Bazemore, and Wayne Ellington. And I feel like these were very good signings because this addresses their lack of shooting in this roster. And signing players that's also R3 and D shooters too, that's very good too. So then their only role is not going to be shooting, it's also going to be defending. We're going to see how this rotation works, if they're going to start one of these shooters or not. But so far, the Lakers are doing good, what they have. And the second team I'm going to talk about is the Bulls. The Bulls signed Lonzo Ball and they also signed Alex Caruso. Lonzo Ball was already like rumored to go to the Bulls. Already was rumored to go to sign with the Bulls. So people are not really surprised by this signing. But whether you're surprised or not, this is a very, very good signing for the Bulls because they get a playmaker and a very good perimeter defender in Lonzo Ball. He's also a good three-point shooter too, so that's a good addition as well. And then you also get a player like Alex Caruso, who's a hustle man basically, who also has good defense, and he has a very decent three-point shot, averaging 40% from the three-point line on 2 attempts per game. Now, this dude questions like, what is Coby White's future with the Bulls? Is he willing to be a bench player for the Bulls? Is he willing to come off the bench and be like a 6-man for the Bulls? And also, what are they gonna do with Lauri Markkanen? Because how we know, Lauri Markkanen, I think he was a lottery pick from the Bulls. He has not been playing good the last couple of seasons. He's been kind of iffy. So could they trade Coby White and Lauri Markkanen and put them in a package to trade for another star? I feel like they can do it, and it'll make the Bulls right now a win-now team, and they're also gonna be better on Patrick Williams taking like a not like a leap, but a step in his game on becoming like a better 3-and-D player. The Bulls roster is looking very nice already this year. With now they have Lonzo at the point guard, shooting guard, Zach. Small forward, you could put Patrick Williams. Power forward, you could put Thaddeus Young. And center, you could put Nikola Vucevic. That's a very solid roster in my opinion. That's a playoff roster. I feel like they can make the playoffs with this roster. The next signing, or the next two signings I want to talk about, is the New York Knicks signings and Evan Fournier and re-signing D Rose. To me, some people are saying that Evan Fournier kind of got overpaid a bit. I feel like Evan Fournier got paid as like just the right amount, because to me Evan Fournier was a very good scorer. He's very efficient in his scoring too, and the Knicks needed more scoring. They only really had Julius Randle and like D Rose. R.J. was a scorer, but he wasn't like a very efficient scorer. On paper he was, but when it counted the most, he wasn't really an efficient scorer. And when they lost in the playoffs last year, that happened. R.J. Barrett was not doing good in the playoffs, and so wasn't Julius Randle. So adding Evan Fournier and bringing back D Rose for more scoring, it's a good thing. It's a W in my opinion. And yeah, I don't think they overpaid for him. Now, who did get overpaid during this free agency is Duncan Robinson, in my opinion. He got paid $90 million for 5 years on the Miami Heat. To me, this is a bad signing. I'm not saying that Duncan Robinson is necessarily bad. I'm saying the deal is bad. They should have gotten for less, because $90 million for a catch and shoot player is really extreme in my opinion. Duncan Robinson is a fantastic shooter. Like, he's like a top 5 shooter right now in the NBA in my opinion. But he's not worth $90 million, because that's all he brings to the table is shooting. But another signing that he made though is, or another other two signings is PJ Tucker, and they got Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry is a very, very good signing, because this also gives him another ball handler other than Jimmy Butler on the wing. And Jimmy Butler it's a very good ball handler, Chris, but like I feel like he needs help, especially if he's struggling. So Kyler's gonna bring that help, and he's gonna bring like a veteran role to this locker room, like Chris Paul did to the Suns. I don't think it's like the same, like the same way Chris Paul did it, but like he's been in the play before, he's been in the final before, he knows about the playoffs and everything. So he's gonna bring like some type of like veteran role to this locker room. And they also signed PJ Tucker because they lost Trevor Ariza, so they brought PJ Tucker as a kind of like a 3-and-D guy. The next team I want to talk about is the New Orleans Pelicans by signing Devontae Graham. To me, this is an alright signing because they signed Devontae Graham in replace of Lonzo Ball, but we know that Devontae Graham cannot match up to what Lonzo Ball brought to the table, and Lonzo Ball brought playmaking and defense. He also brought like a little bit of scoring, but like Devontae Graham has some beat in scoring at least. Devontae Graham's not the best playmaker. He's not a good defender at all, but he's a really good scorer. So that's what they added. They added more scoring, but other than that, to me, it was a decent signing, I guess. Now, some more good signings in my opinion is the Suns signing JaVale McGee, and this addressed their big man problem that they had with DeAndre Ayton, because Ayton is a good big man, of course, but he can't play the whole game now. You know what I'm saying? So every time they took him out, they had Dario Saric come in or Frank Kaminsky, and the other team took advantage of that because they're slow-footed and they're not the strongest big men, you know. So when they battled Giannis in the playoffs, they had a real time struggling with them because Giannis was like basically taking advantage of Frank Kaminsky and Dario Saric at the same time. I feel like I'm forgetting some of these signings. Oh yeah, Dwight Howard signed back with the Lakers. That's a good addition for the Lakers because it gives them more big men, so then AD and Marc Gasol can rest more, because Marc Gasol gonna play way more minutes than he did last year because he's the only real like stretch 5 on the team, so I feel like he's gonna play way more minutes. And also Jeff Green is signing with the Nuggets, and I feel that's a good addition because it gives him more bench points and more bench scores. He just had a good season with the Nets, showing that he still has it. You know, he has like 11 points on 42% from the field goal and like 40% from the 3-point line. So I feel like that's very good for the Nuggets. And before I end this video, I want to talk about the leftover free agents like DeMar DeRozan, Victor Oladipo, Spencer Dinwiddie, Dennis Schroeder, Reggie Jackson, and Andre Drummond. I feel like Andre Drummond, he's gonna get signed, but like he's gonna get signed to a terrible team because I think teams are not realizing that how bad Andre Drummond really is. Well, I'm not saying he's a bad basketball player, but like as an NBA center, he's not like an all-star caliber center, you know. And that's the type of money that he be demanding. He demands all-star type of money, and I'm not gonna pay Andre Drummond all-star type of money when he don't give me all-star type of numbers. You know, he doesn't give me 20 and 20 every game. He doesn't give me like, he gives me a double-double, but it's like a very like bad double-double. He's not a very efficient scorer in the paint either, but he's a big man. So if a team does sign him, it probably would be either a stupid deal or he's probably not gonna get paid that much. Now, DeMar DeRozan is gonna get signed eventually. I think he's really just trying to figure out what team he wants to go to. Some people say he might go to Dallas. He might go to the Heat now since Kyle Lowry went there, or he might still go to LA. I don't know how he would go to LA after they got Russell Westbrook, but those are the rumors. Me personally, I hope he goes to Dallas to help Luka out. You know, gives him like another scorer besides Luka who can handle the rock. Him and Tim Hardaway Jr. are very good scorers, but you know, it gives him like another good scorer. It's an addition. Spencer Dinwiddie still on the table. That's a very, very good point guard that's still on the board. For any team to pick him up, that'd be a very good signing. He's a good playmaker. He's a good scorer at the same time. He just has really weak defense, but other than that, he's a good point guard. Dennis Schroeder, I don't know what team he's gonna sign to. There have been no reports on that, but he's still gonna demand a very good payday. So I don't know what team is gonna sign him for how much money he be asking. And Ray Jackson gonna get signed soon. I believe it, because he just had the best playoffs ever in his life. You know, he had a very good playoffs, and he's gonna get signed by a team to be like a backup point guard or even a starter point guard. You know. But that's gonna be it for the video. Like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't seen my past videos, go watch them. And yeah, have a good day.